Part 2, debate.
Have Democrat governors all. One of the reasons they're shut down is because they want to keep it shut down until after the election. November 3rd. Because it's a political.
Oh, I want to just interrupt.
But those states are not doing well that are shut down right now.
Respond to that.
President
Trump, you have begun to increasingly question the effectiveness of masks as a disease preventer. And in fact, recently you have cited the issue of
And why don't you state the science, Chris, you shill?
Are you questioning?
No, I think.
Are you questioning?
You have to understand, if you look, I mean, I have a mask right here. I put the
Well,
mask
just
on
mention the
when I
actual
get
disease
here.
associated with mask wearing. Mention the bacteria. That's the most egregious thing. No one ever talks about it. Everyone talks about hypocapnia and hypoxia.
When needed, I wear a mask.
I don't expect Trump to talk about that.
I don't wear a mask like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking.
That's because it's a virtue
200 feet
signal.
away from it, he shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen. I will say.
Yeah, hilarious.
Go ahead, sir.
Look,
Biden
the way to open businesses is give them the wherewithal.
is give your son all the money and take them to Ukraine.
Money,
And I was asking you, sir, about masks.
well, mask.
This is how you open businesses. So, sir, what do you think about the war situation in Russia? Well, I think dinosaurs did this.
He needs to expose
In the Battle of Alexandria.
It matters.
And they've also said
Dog-faced pony soldier?
No serious person said the opposite.
No serious person.
Serious.
He's the president, but he's not a serious person.
She said the
He did
I
not
want
say
to ask
the
you, we
opposite.
got a
said
little
very
bit more than a
strongly,
minute left in this
masks
segment.
are not good. Then he
So in
changed his
general-
mind. He said masks are good.
I
I'm
wanna
okay
ask-
with masks.
I
I'm
wanna
not
ask you
fighting
both
masks.
We don't need
Last
masks. They're
subject, because
objects of subjugation
Your
and have been
different
throughout
approaches
history.
even affected the way that you have campaigned. President Trump, you're holding large rallies with crowds packed together, thousands of people.
Outside.
Yeah, that
Outside,
means
yes,
he's
sir.
popular.
Agreed.
So, you know, when the media wasn't bothering to show you any of those thousands of people rallies. Before they were trying to deny it happened, now it's a terrible thing that they happen. Now they're boasting that they happen because they shouldn't happen. Interesting, eh? Interesting dynamic change.
Why you not?
They were such liars before, but the media hasn't started lying recently. Do you remember the Ron Paul revolution that wasn't allowed to be on telly in any statistic or anything? They've been lying for a long time. And they were as happy and supportive of Obama as they are unhappy and
Well, so far,
not
we have
supportive.
had no problem whatsoever. It's
Resentful
outside, that's
of
a big
Trump.
difference according to the experts. We do them
It's the same.
outside. We have
It's the same media.
tremendous
They're corrupt. It's a
crowds,
mafia.
As you see, I mean,
it's an
every-
overlay of lies along
and
with the fact
literally at
checkers, which are
24
funded by
hours
Bill
notice.
Gates, Bill and Melinda
And
Gates
Joe does the
Foundation, and all the
circles and has
neocons.
3 people
Same thing.
someplace.
Okay.
The conspirators are covering up the conspiracies that they committed. They're the ones in charge of information. That's why there's an infodemic. That's the UN World Health Organization double speak.
Have you been tested? I'm way far away from those.
Anyway, I'm wandering on to a different subject
That's what he
completely.
said.
It's quite interesting.
I
isn't
can't.
it?
I'm going to be okay. He's not worried about you. He's not worried about the people out there breathing in one another.
We've had no
Cheek
negative
to
effect.
jowl. No negative effect.
We've had no negative effect, and we've had 35, 40,000
All right.
people.
Well, Biden doesn't have any
Just
breathing
finish
problems.
up 'cause I wanna move
He's
on
always
to our
sniffing
next-
people's heads.
He's been totally irresponsible the way in which he has handled the social
The what?
distancing,
What is it?
people
Oh,
wearing
what
masks,
happened again?
Basically encouraged them not to.
All right.
Ben, he's a fool on this.
If you could get the
He needs to
crowds,
pray.
you would have
He
done
needs
the
to
same
pray
thing, but
harder
you
to the
can't.
thing.
Nobody cares.
Gentlemen, can we move on to
Nobody
the
cares.
gentlemen? Can we move on to the economy?
Yes.
The economy is, I think it's fair to
It's
say,
about money.
recovering faster than expected from the shutdown
Much
this-
faster.
in the second quarter.
That must be Obama's fault. That must be Obama's, doing.
The Federal Reserve
If it recovers,
says
it's
that
Obama.
the-
If it gets
the
worse, it's
growth,
Trump.
which is
It doesn't
going
matter
to be
when
there,
or
is not going to
logic
be nearly as big as they had
science.
expected. President Trump, you say we are in
not quite as good as you
V-shaped
expected. Yeah,
recovery.
add that caveat.
Vice President Biden, you say it's more of a K-shape. What difference does that mean to the American people in terms of the economy? President Trump
And why don't I know how to speak?
So we built the greatest economy in history. We closed it down because of the China plague. When the plague came in, we closed it down, which was very hard psychologically to do. He didn't think we should close it down, and he was wrong. And again, 2 million people would be dead now instead of still 204,000 people is too much. One person is too much. Should have never happened from China. But what happened is we closed
the World
it
Health
down, and now
Organization's
we're
fault.
reopening, and we're doing record business. We had 10.4 million people in a 4-month period that we've put back into the workforce. That's a record the likes of which nobody's ever seen before. And he wants to close down he will shut it down again. He will destroy this country. You know, a lot of
It's about
people
bankrupting the
between
country.
drugs and alcohol and depression. When you start shutting it down, you take a look at what's happening at some of
It's
your
about what Yuri
Democrat-run
Bezmenov said.
states where
It's
they
about
have
the
these
demoralization,
tough
destabilization,
shutdowns. And I'm telling you, it's
all the other
because
stages.
they don't want to open it. One of them came out
Bargaining.
last week and said, oh, we're going to open up on November 9th. Why November 9th? Because it's after the election. They think they're hurting us by keeping them closed. They're hurting people. People know what to do. They can social distance. They can wash their hands. They can wear masks. They can do whatever they want. But they got to open these states up. When you look at
And the
North
jobs.
Carolina, when you look, and these governors are under siege. Pennsylvania.
Look, Trump's doing a great job.
Michigan, and a couple of others. You gotta
But
open these
Biden
states
is
up.
hopped
It's
up.
not
He's
fair.
definitely, like you said, on something. He's able to talk. And Trump is not dominating him. Trump's winning. But
He's not
as
allowed
everyone
to,
we
because
talked
if he
to,
starts
be
to,
honest with you.
Chris Wallace says, no,
That's why
please
I'm
stop
feeling
doing
this.
that.
Close down the whole country. This guy will close down the whole country
He will.
and destroy our country. Our
Yeah,
country
because he's
is
working with
coming back
China.
incredibly well, setting records
And
as
the
he does it.
globalists
We don't
and the
need
deep
somebody
state
to come in.
covering up all their
Arguing
treason
on their mouths
that they were
and
caught
destroy
with.
We're now
Nothing
moving
seems to be
you.
happening about it. Barr doesn't do anything. He's
As I
completely
said, posing the
new
question,
administration,
the
and that's
president
hopefully
says
what's going to
it's a
happen.
V-shaped recovery. You say it's a K-shaped
All right, he's
recovery.
joined us. We're at the halfway point. We're 39
Wallace,
minutes in.
you're a joke.
Okay? We're at the halfway point. Now he's going to start losing energy. We'll see what happens with Biden.
Have made another $300 billion
Start to run out.
because of his
Ooh, his skin's
Meth ain't
peeling.
working.
proposal and
Side of his
only
head.
focus on the market. But you folks at
It's
home,
throbbing
you folks
like it's going to
living in Scranton,
explode.
Claymont, and all the small towns and working class
You
towns
folks.
in America.
This dude
I'm looking at
literally
you
hates
even though I have no
This
pupils.
guy paid a total of $750 in
Wrong.
taxes.
Sir,
You're above the age of
sir,
consent to be
Yeah, I
president.
understand. You've agreed to the 2 minutes, so please let him have it.
Do I get my time back?
No.
The fact is that
I love how they
Your
let
time is wasted.
Biden
Your
interrupt Trump,
lifetime
you know
was
what I'm saying?
wasted.
But not vice versa.
States to leave office, having fewer jobs in his administration than when he became president.
You
Fewer
can't
jobs than when he
emote.
became president.
You
First
can't
one
even
in
speak.
American
Not
history.
true.
Secondly, the people who have
There's
There's
no
no
Democrats
emotion
said
in
they
your
were
face.
sabotage
No one is going to want to look at
Lines.
that. You're
Those
losing.
people who are
Democrats are
gonna save
losing
our
and they're just
lives.
so
Those
unaware of
people
it.
who have gone
But they're
out
going to
there
win
and
because they're going to
died.
cheat.
People who
And then
were
Trump isn't
putting
going to
themselves in a
leave.
way
So
to
even
make
if
sure that we could
even if
all
Trump lost,
try
he's
to
not going to
make
leave because he's not going to believe them,
the
which is
idea
good.
that he is
It's what we
insisting
want. And Trump may be the
that
last
we
president.
go forward
Certainly
and
what
open when you have almost
not Engelbert Humperdinck, what's his name? Ingersoll, Lockwood.
200,000 dead.
said.
COVID deaths.
No more flu death. No more cold death. No more pneumonia death because they put it all the.
Why is he
Call out the fraud. Call out the hoax, Trump, instead of saying he did a better job handling it.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't play their game.
Exactly.
God, this man is a joke. Call out Fauci. Call out Bill Gates
Never
for
gonna do
running
that.
the Wuhan lab.
Never gonna
Destroy
do
them.
Schools. Why are schools open?
Trump just
Because
isn't
it
that
costs
good,
a
is
lot
he?
of money to open them safely. You know,
What?
they were going to give his
Yeah,
administration.
they put
was gonna give-
controls on so you can't open, then blame Trump.
And then they decided no, couldn't do that because it's not a national emergency.
No children
Not a
have died
national
from this.
emergency. They've done nothing to help small businesses. Nothing. They're closing. 1 in
He
6
said
is now
everything he
gone.
can to shut down.
And he's
business.
speaking longer
He said
again.
nothing.
On the job and take
Literal
care of
Chi-Com
the
filth.
Doesn't get interrupted
so
once.
We can't open safely.
All right, your time is up, sir. We are going to get
Apart
to
from that.
I
we're
have to
gonna-
respond to that.
Well, you both had 2
Well, no,
minutes.
you don't get to respond, of
Excuse me, you made a
course.
statement.
So did you.
People want their
Excuse me, I'm the
schools-
president.
No,
I'm
people
gonna
want their schools
do
open.
an
They
executive
don't want
order
them
to get
shut
you
down.
struck
They
off
don't
the
want their
media.
state shut down. They want
But
their
what about free
restaurants.
press?
I look
More free
at New
press,
York,
more
it's
free
so
press. You should have
sad
thought about
what's
that before you
happening in
threatened
New York.
more
It's
free
almost like a
speech.
ghost town, and I'm not sure it can ever recover.
We're not
what they've
bothered
done
about
in
the
New
free
York.
press anymore,
People want their
Chris.
places open. They want to get back to their lives.
People
They'll
want
be
to be
careful,
safe.
but they want their schools open.
Okay.
People want
I'm
to
the
be
one that
safe.
brought back football. By the way, I brought back Big Ten football. It was me, and I'm very happy to do it. And
All right,
people in
let's-
Ohio are very proud of me. And you know
We're
how
gonna
I
get
found
back-
out when he
we're-
took the
gentlemen,
phony
we're gonna
game.
get
Rolls
to
eyes.
your
No, this is
economic
key.
plans
Yeah.
going
Shut it all
forward in
down.
a moment. But first, Mr.
It was a
President,
bit
as
milquetoast.
you well know, there's a new report that in 2016, the year you were elected president, and 2017, your first year as president, that you paid $750 a year in federal income tax.
Oh, here
Each
we
of those
go.
years.
The fake
I
question
know
about
what you
income
pay.
tax.
A
It's
lot
just
of other taxes. I'm
unbelievable.
asking you the
All the
specific
things that
question.
Biden was
Is it
quoting, they're
true
not
that you
asking
pay
him anything. They're not related to
$750
anything to do with the
in
election.
federal
Let's just bring up the
income
income tax thing
each
again.
of those 2 years.
I paid millions
Oh
of
my
dollars. in
God,
taxes,
this is
millions
not
of
a
dollars
debate. This
of
is
income
not
tax. And
anything
let
to
me just
do
tell
with the
you,
election.
There was a story in one of the papers.
Show us your tax
I paid
returns.
$38 million
Building, folks, and
one
then say
year.
where he did that.
I paid $27 million.
Show us your tax
one year.
returns.
I went. You'll see it as soon as it's finished. You'll see.
Why
it.
are they
You know,
still going on about this?
go to the
This
board
is a
election.
joke.
There's a 118 page or so
Oh my
report
God.
that says every.
That's it. I'm going to stop.